right, we got another Vintage Grand Prix Tour full-length Lotus 79 race. Was expecting rain for this one, practice for the rain. It didn't rain. I'm a little upset about that, but you know, maybe it made it easier. Pretty early on, you'll see I spin at the corner that's at the top of the hill there. And yeah, it sent me pretty far to the back, and then we try and recover. How much do I recover? That's the question that you'll be able to find out by watching.
This will be a standing start. Okay, get ready. Go! Car right. You're in the middle, 3 clear left. Clear all around.
How hard is it to not drive?
I don't like where I'm at.
There's an incident in turn 3. It looks like Berwick.
It didn't sound like he had anything important to say.
The next car is Jacob, car number 18, and their rating is 1.1.
This thing's kind of while it's got full fuel like this, it's kind of a pig, dog, I don't know, some kind of animal.
Car ahead is Lucas.
And I'm pretty sure that the two guys in front of me did not
their
take
rating is 1.5.
full fuel, so they're gonna have to pit at some point for fuel.
Fraser, car number 1, is now leading. E10.
Ugh.
There's an incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Lucas. Incident in turn 4. We think it might be Pierce. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
A lot of the less experienced guys just use the
The
default
guy ahead of us is
iRacing
Smith,
setup,
car
which doesn't have
number
enough
4.
fuel,
Their rating is 3.3.
which means they're a lot quicker at the start, which is interesting. And there's the guys who are just, you know, fast.
The leader's just done a 22.5. E7.
I just want to survive. I usually have a decent outcome going for that. Scott Smith is our buddy Monkus. If we can open up a gap for these guys
The
behind
gap
us.
to Jacob behind is now
Good.
1.9.
Like I said, they've got like half the fuel we do, and they're going to be much quicker in this first half of the race until they need fuel. but you know, they spin out and stuff.
Need to pit for fuel by lap 72.
I don't think we will, Jim.
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Hernandez is getting closer. The gap's now 0.6. Quicker than you entering turn 4.
And this is where it's going to get sketchy. Fuck.
There's an incident in turn 4. It looks like Jacob. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Well, shoot.
The car in front of us is Lucas.
We probably could have gotten going quicker than that, but...
license, and their rating is 1.5.
Yeah, that's the thing. There is plenty of time to recover. I was just worried about that one guy catching me. Now we don't have to worry about it.
The leader has just done a 122.0. New fastest lap for Burgess, 121.8. The gap to V14 ahead is increasing. It's now 2.3 seconds. V15.
And I was talking all this smack about other people. You do have to be gentle on the tires too, but I usually kind of am by default. Thank you, appreciate it, Sketch. Have a good rest of your day at work.
guy in front is Jordan, car number 20, B license, and their rating is 1.0. The gap in front is now 1.7. That lap was a 124.5.
I figured he would have a massive slowdown.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 88 Fahrenheit. Leader's just done a 121.8. That's a new fastest lap for Burgess, 121.6. You're reeling Jordan in. The gap's now 0.5. Just done a 124.5. Carla, clear left.
That was scary.
The car in front of us is Lucas, car number 14, B license, and their rating is 1.5. The driver in front of us is 6 laps behind. Fastest lap for Burgess, 121.4. The gap to Jordan behind is increasing. It's now 2.1 seconds. The gap in front is now 2.5 seconds. E14. Incident in turn 1. Looks like it's Jordan. The gap to Lucas ahead is now 2.4 seconds. pace. That's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap ahead is now 1.4 seconds. There's an incident in turn 4. We think it might be Jordan and Gale. Gap to Lucas ahead is now 1.0. That lap time was 1:24.0. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.9 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. There's an incident in turn 3. It looks like it's Finn. Car left. Clear left.
All good, man.
The guy in front is Finn, car number 11, and their rating is 1.8, V12. You've just done a 124.2. The gap ahead is now 1.9 seconds. drivers have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Oh man. I had some microwave burritos for dinner, and they are making me very bilious right now. It's not helping.
The leader has just done a 121.6. The gap to Finn ahead is increasing. It's now 2.2 seconds.
I was hoping everybody in front of me up to 8th place was on a one-stop strategy. I don't know if that's the case. Hey, Tech.
Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Thank you.
The gap to Finn in front is now 2.1. Burgess, car number 7, is leading the race. That lap was at 123.6. That's your quickest lap.
Thank you.
You're reeling Finn in. The gap is now 1.5 seconds. incident in turn 3. We think it might be Brad.
No.
The lap time was at 1:23.2.
I practiced a lot for the
That's your
wet.
quickest so far.
And I'm a little upset that it didn't rain. I spun
E11.
on like lap 5 or something like that. On that corner. Nice! I don't know what mine is. We set one during the practice before the session. This goes. Thank you.
Nicely done.
That guy didn't need to let me by, but...
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Turn 2? Is that the top of the hill? Yeah. I think turn 2 is like technically
10th position.
on this... the curve here. I think the top of the hill is
turn
like
3.
actually
Looks like Gale.
turn 4 or something like that. I think this is a turn.
The gap to Finn behind is now 1.1 seconds. The guy ahead is Tomaszek, car number 13, E-license, and their rating is 1.6.
But yeah, that's where I goof up all the time too, is the top of that hill.
New fastest lap for Burgess on 21.2. Finn behind is now 1.2. The car in front is 7 laps behind. stunner 123.7. Yellow flag, fastest lap for Burgess 121.1. The track temperature is falling. It's now 84 Fahrenheit. The gap behind is now 1.5. There's an incident in turn 3. You think it might be Jordan. Yellow flag, caution. Tenth position. The car in front is a lap behind. Left side, clear left. Blue flag. Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Blue flag. Blue flag. Right side. Right side's clear. Blue flag. Car right, clear right. We'll be warned about track limits.
Completely lost my rhythm.
The guy in front is Finn, car number 11, and their rating is 1.8. That's a new fastest lap for Burgess, 120.9. The gap to Finn ahead is increasing. It's now 2.1. P11. The gap in front is now 1.9 seconds. There's an incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Brad. That's a new fastest lap for Burgess, 120.7. You're a second down in sectors 2 and 3. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. The gap in front is now 1.5. P3. Behind is now 4.8 seconds. 1 lap ahead. Gap to Finn ahead is now 1.4 seconds. That last lap was at 1:23.1. That's your fastest lap today. All 3 sectors are 0.8 off the pace. P11. Gap to P3 behind is now 2.4 seconds, 1 lap in front. P10, your lap time was 1:23.0. Gap to Finn in front is now 1.7 seconds. Blue flag.
Crap.
Fastest lap for Burgess, 1:20.5.
Yeah.
That was a 1:23.3. On your right. He's still there. Right side's clear. The gap to P4 behind is now 4.9. 1 lap ahead. The gap to Finn ahead is now 1.1. New fastest lap for Burgess, 120.4. That's your quickest lap in this session. Car right, clear right. Have it, nice one.
Yeah, he just pulls over. We're not that much quicker than him. Like, I think half the reason we caught him was because he had his draft.
On your clear left, the gap to Finn behind is now 0.6. P9. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 88 Fahrenheit. Lap times are pretty consistent.
I know.
Car ahead is Tomaszek, car number 30, B license, and their rating is 1.6.
I am excited for it.
Thank you.
Maybe? I don't know.
flag. The gap behind is now 2.3 seconds.
Thank you.
Gap to P4 behind is now 0.5, 1 lap ahead. We're halfway home. Fuel looks okay.
Oh, they have to put in the race or not?
Car right. He's still clear right. On your right. Clear right. P9. The leader, Burgess, is pitting. Fraser, car number 1, is now in the lead.
All those guys are like up front or like a lap up. So them taking their tires, you know, is not gonna make a huge difference for us. In fact, it might be more annoying. So you might have to. They're gonna pass us again.
Gap to Finn behind is now 1.4. You've used half your fuel. The leader, Fraser, is pitting. Larkin, car number 2, is now leading. Good lap, that's your quickest today. The gap to Finn behind is increasing. It's now 2.7. consistency. Keep them coming.
We did gain a couple spots from people pitting. Not a lot. Not enough.
Just had a warning for cutting the track. 10th position. It's gaining on you. The gap is now 2.8 seconds.
That was close.
The gap to E10 behind is increasing. It's now 3.3. That lap time was 22.8. incident in turn 3. It looks like Tomaszek, the gap behind, is now 3.6.
Something happened to him. Catching him. That really put a big dent in it. Really.
Right here.
That lap time was 1:23.2.
Hit that corner.
Reeling E8 in. The gap is 3.6. They're pretty slow into turn 3.
Thank you.
Oh crap, that was too early.
Gap to Tomaszek ahead is now 2.7. Your last lap time was at 1:22.5. That's your best lap in this session.
Losing my cool. Calm down. Excellent. We have been working on recovering since like lap 5 or something like that. When I spun. Going into the corner at the top of the hill. Does that suck?
The gap to P3 behind is now 3.7 seconds. 1 lap ahead.
Although honestly, I think we'd be in like, had we not done that, P7 I think is the best we could be looking at the moment.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 84 Fahrenheit.
It just would have been a lot easier race.
The gap to 8th place. Ahead is now 3.5.
Time gets us all. Time gets us all.
That was a 122.4.
Does not feel like we're gaining on this lap.
Blue flag. The gap to P3 behind is now 1.3 seconds. 1 lap in front. Car right. Still there. Blue flag, stiff right side's clear.
Yeah.
Keep it within the track limits.
So much time we lost there.
Hurt him.
The gap to 8th place. In front is now 4.1.
It was too early on the brakes there.
Gap to P4. Behind is now 4.7. 1 lap in front. Track limits, watch those lines. Reel in P8 in, the gap's now 2.6.
Screwed that up. I gave up my
We've just cut the
opportunity.
track. The leader has just done a 120.7. Incident in turn 8. We think it might be Brad.
That was way too late.
Track limits. There's an incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Hernandez. Gap to P3. Behind is now 2.5 seconds. 1 lap ahead.
If I saw it.
We've been warned about track limits. To P3. Behind is now 0.8. 1 lap ahead. P8. That lap was at 122.2. That's your fastest lap. Stick with him. Keep him under pressure. On your right. Clear right. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
We're back to where we started, position-wise. We gotta be careful about X's. This guy slows down a lot more than we do on that corner.
Thank you.
This guy. Car right. Right side's clear.
Okay.
Good pass. Well done.
Not sure what happened there. Did he pit?
7th position. Your lap times are improving.
He paid it! Why is... Okay. I guess he didn't know if I was going to pay or
not. The next car is Henry, car number 6. Gap to Finn behind is now 7.5. There's an incident in turn 6. It looks like Smith and Jordan. Incident in turn 3. You think it might be Henry?
No!
Really do.
What happened? I saw you, I mean, Jim talked about stuff and then I saw you move on the relative. I'm guessing it was a, well, it sounded like it was a lap
P6,
stop.
your lap time was 1:22.5. Sector 2 is 0.7.
I think it was
off the
that guy
pace.
that's a little unpredictable as far as like how we let people by.
The gap behind is now 7.4 seconds.
Were you out? Yeah. That sucks. Am I offline? should be online. It didn't alert me. Oh. You don't like click? So I hit the raid button on the website, and then I click on the person. Or I click on following. I find them and whatnot. Yeah. I've done that, but only when like things break. Hey Cloven. Hey Dialga? I don't even know who the other one is. Oh, that sucks, Marcus. I guess you get to do one more and it might be raining? I saw why is it you're doing Bathurst and SFL. I think that's what I'm gonna work on this week. Hey, look at that. Thank you for the raid, Mr. Wise. I don't even know who the other Hold Down Man is. I should also be a little focused on what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm gonna need one in a minute. Monkus. We're getting close to the end. Boring ring? Oh, is Red Bull ring the boring ring to you?
E7 is getting closer. The gap's now 5.8 seconds.
Jeez. Is your formula? Yeah, I've got to practice. Like, I think tomorrow might just be practice. Like, I don't know how. I'm not used to downforce. I guess this is the most downforce I'm really like comfortable with. I think it's a good middle ground for me to like learn downforce. Alright, dude behind me is starting to catch appreciably, and we can't have that.
The car in front of us is now 1 lap behind.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.5 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Although if we lose this spot to Fen, it's not the end of the world. Out. We've had an okay go of it. Like, it's been exciting enough for this race. For me. We started in 8th, lost a couple spots, gained a couple spots, like in the first couple laps, just from stuff happening. And then I spun. And burping all over the place too. Crap.
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. The gap to E7 behind is now 5.8 seconds. Sixth place.
No, I'm very happy with the recovery we've done. Apparently we're in 5th now.
The leader's just done a 120.5.
Or somebody's blinking ahead of us. I mean, to a fair amount, we just got to make it to the end. That's all we got to do. Like, we just want, like, 6. We're very happy with 6. I mean, I think we might be catching Warren, but, like, he's so far ahead of us.
Fastest lap for Larkin.
15 seconds. I don't think we're going to get it in.
Incident in turn 3. It looks like green.
For me, like, most races are survival. I think.
That was 121.4. Gap behind is now 5.8 seconds.
Dang it.
Fastest lap for Larkin, 120.3.
I wish the one dude weren't so close to us, so we could actually, like, just calm down and relax for the last 10 laps. But when I wasn't paying attention, he was getting a second on me a lap. There's not enough. If he does that, then we lose this position, which we don't want to do.
The lap time was 121.7.
Oh, there we put 7/10 on. That corner, that's where we spun at the beginning.
That's a new fastest lap for Larkin, 120.2. turn 121.7. Lap times are pretty consistent.
I mean, I don't think
The gap
6
behind is
laps
now
to gain
6.7.
15 seconds, I don't think that's possible. Unless he crashes. I don't have a copy of it. I'm not sure how the multiplayer works either.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 80 Fahrenheit.
I don't think so. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a code for it, you know? I'm gonna have to buy it like everybody else. I haven't tried to get a copy of any of our other games.
New fastest lap for Larkin 120.2. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace. The gap behind is now 8.0. That lap was a 121.9.
We stopped gaining. I think somebody blinked
There's
that
an
for a
incident in
second.
turn 3. Looks like it's Burgess. incident in turn 3. It looks like Tomaszek. The gap to Finn behind is now 10 seconds. White flag, one more to go. That last lap was at 121.7. That's good consistency, keep it up. That's a new fastest lap for Larkin, 120.1. P6. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done.
Oh man. Well,
Jack podium.
I feel like we could have had one more position had we not screwed up right at the beginning. So
Yeah, I haven't.
I feel like that was a decent recovery drive, as it were. All right. Well, oh, I didn't. We can look at it in a second here. I lost safety. I gained a tiny bit of I points. 92. Like I said, I think I could have had this position because he was the guy that was right behind you, Monkus, and I was right behind you earlier in the race. So yeah, pretty happy with how things went. I think maybe we could have been like one place higher from where we were. So yeah, really good recovery drive. Wish I hadn't spun out still. Made it more interesting, I think, maybe. Could have done better. Could have done a lot worse. Things could have gone a lot poorer for me. Like I said, very happy with the recovery drive. And if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, I get that too. If you think I earned it, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Bye.